First of all, a big congratulations to our center for its 10th year anniversary. It is hard to believe it's been 10 years since our formation, which was first based in Istanbul. Dean Nitin Noria had visited Istanbul more than 10 years ago. And once he met the vibrant business community in Turkey and the family businesses mainly that have been the defining theme of the business community in Turkey, and the panels that we had conducted about the challenges of businesses, challenges of families, and also the regional perspective, the school really got impressed by the potential of cases from this region. And then we found the center. I'm a very proud chair of it for the past 10 years. I'm extremely proud of the team that has made it happen. I can say that when Dean Noria and his leadership team has arrived in Turkey at the time, they were fully aware that most of the cases from our region would be from family businesses, because the major companies in Turkey and in our region are owned by families. Well, when family comes into the picture, obviously it's a bit different than Western companies, most of the Western companies or the US companies, whereby they are widely owned and are public companies. Therefore, in our region, I believe that the fact that many of the businesses have been owned and are owned by families, and the cases made around them have a different taste, a different twist, whereby the family dynamics also get into the picture. So it's not just about the supply chain issues, it's not just about the marketing issues, it's not just about the operation issues, but the family dynamics can also get into the play. Of course, first generation families, second generation families, third generation families all have different dynamics. So therefore, every single case around the family business do have to include those dynamics as well. So therefore, I believe that the cases that came off of our great center, the Mena Center, over the past 10 years, with the family angle, has been somewhat, has had that twist, has had that excitement, and maybe a bit more taste of personalization or a family aspect or a social aspect. Therefore, they have been the defining team.
Hi, I'm Professor Wing, and I have had the privilege of working with this organization a bunch on a lot of cases. One in particular that the Mena Research Center helped me with is the Saham group. They found the relationship and brought it to me, and I was really excited to work on this case because it is a case on a Pan-African investment company that operates a variety of businesses out of Morocco. The interesting thing about this case, as I specialize in family business, is this case gave us an opportunity to not only understand Morocco and its business environment, but also to really get into the background of the family. We were able to go through the succession process of transmitting the business from the father, Moulay, to the son, Moulay, and then to really dive in and decide if, when you have succession, does it always work to have the same type of business? Moulay, the father, has characteristics very different than the son. He was raised by a single mom. He left Africa to study in Canada. He ended up working for another family business, and then he decided to take the risk of it betting on himself. In doing that, he really became a serial entrepreneur, and he continued to bet on himself. He bet on himself all through his career, and when he moved back to Morocco in the area, he just kept buying businesses, building the businesses, and really was a bit of a risk taker. This worked in having concentrated risk, and especially it worked in the sense that he never felt he had anything to lose. Well, as a big turn of event, he was asked to join the government. And in doing that, he had to give up all of his operating experience and businesses and go into a role where his businesses would be run without his influence. His son was only 23 years old, working in London, and his father called him and said, "It's now or never. Come back and run the family business, or I'm going to find somebody else and or sell it." Well, the son came back, and the father very wisely put a intermediary CEO in the role to train his son. Well, his son started in a small business that they owned, quickly turned it around, and the rest is history. He soared in being a good business person, but not a risk taker like his father. The case leads us through them selling some of their businesses and moving to more of owner investors over being owner operators. This is something that is very hard to do, and you need a different personality to do that. So the company now is more, in essence, a holdco, which owns a variety of different businesses in concentrated verticals. Very different than what his father would have wanted to do. His father liked to get in there and kind of shake it up. And we see that this family figured out that people have different styles, different risk tolerances, and different desires. And amazingly, the father allowed for these things to happen. And the business is now a huge success. Now, working with Essel on this case was so amazing to see how she got information out of the family, because family businesses are tough, and there's always ego. There always is, some little hidden secret. And I'd say that we together were able to get the family to trust us, get them to show us a story that isn't every part of the way perfect. And if it was perfect, it wouldn't make for a good teaching tool. In doing this, we cooperate with each other in a way that we end up with a product that really teaches the students. And so for my students, when we teach this case, what they learn is, yes, they can take the call and go home and go into the family business, but that doesn't mean that the business they go home to is the one that has to exist forever. Businesses should move and change. And this family has done an amazing job of moving their business to a place where the next generation is comfortable running it. I'm excited to see what this family continues to do, and we keep up with the case protagonists. They come back to Boston, sit in the classroom, share their stories, and all of these things only happen because of the deep relationship that the Mena Research Center pulls together with all of the cases they bring to professors like me. So I'm hoping for a lot more cases all around this region, and it's a very important thing to have these partnerships. So congratulations on 10 years, and I look forward to the next 10. Thank you.
First off, happy anniversary. 10 years is nothing to scoff at. And I want to help you celebrate the way that only we do here at HBS. We learn a little something new and we share some insights. My name is Professor Lauren Cohen, and I'm a professor in both the entrepreneurship and finance units here at the Harvard Business School. And I've been lucky enough to work with the Mena Center on a number of my cases. And today I want to talk a little bit about one of my favorite cases on family enterprises and family offices, and that's on the Alagil family. Here's why I like that case so much. This case has turned out to really form one of the cornerstones of the course I teach, because it deals with a fundamental problem that every family faces, which is as our family grows and we get lucky enough to see that growth and be a part of that growth, how do we both keep the family close, but allow them to go off and do the amazing things we want them to do? And the Alagils have a great formula for doing that I share with families around the world, and that, frankly, families write me about as one of the most effective, both rules and implementations that they put in within their families. And this is to allow both a springboard for the outside, but also create a magnet that keeps family excited and keeps them close to the family enterprise. So let me tell you a little bit about how this case came to be and working with the Mena Center, because I know I don't have too much time. So I started to work with the Mena Center on this case, and I have to say, I couldn't have been more happy. Every interview we set up, it seemed to unravel more and more that was going on with this firm. And the more I got to know, the more I leaned in and wanted to be a part of this case and really wanted to be a part of everything that we did. And so, in fact, this one case turned into an A case and a B case because we had such fascinating conversations with multiple generations of the family, the Allegale family, that we had to split it up into two just to give it the kind of rightful place that it deserved. And really, it comes as a wow factor when I teach it, because I teach an A case and then this denouement in the B case. And the Mena Center has been such a big part of that, both in introducing me to this amazing family, which honestly, now I feel like I'm part of the family. They come back every time I've asked them to teach the case here at the Harvard Business School. And I really feel like I'm one of them sitting right there in Saudi Arabia. Couldn't have done it without the Mena Center. I look forward to working with everyone there for the next 10 years, 20 years, or however long we can keep doing this until we're all holograms, robots, or wherever we're going to be, and keep creating great course content. So in the meantime, have a wonderful 10-year anniversary celebration, and I can't wait to keep working together. Take care. Bye-bye.
I believe it's important to feature untold stories about entrepreneurs who are from the Middle East. There are many success stories about entrepreneurs from Jordan in particular, and the Hikma story is a great one that is worthy of being featured in the HBS classroom. Students most definitely will benefit from studying cases of diverse companies and protagonists from different regions, because they will have the opportunity to learn that talent and leadership can come from anywhere in the world. I believe featuring a family business that started in Jordan but then grew to become a multi-billion-dollar global pharmaceutical company also allows students to appreciate the talent Jordan and the region has to offer the world, drawing parallels with their own family businesses across the globe. HBS is a unique international business school with a diverse student body, so it is important for students to read about companies in markets beyond North America and learn about the challenges and opportunities these companies faced in their growth journey. I really liked interacting with the professors at HBS who asked very insightful and thought-provoking questions. I also liked engaging with the students from diverse backgrounds at the end of class and getting to hear their thoughts and perspectives on the case. I am so happy and proud that we were able to tell the Hikma story to such an impressive audience, and that our story is now featured in the HBS curriculum.